Good morning, dear student. How are you? I hope all of you are happy and healthy. So, dear student, as you can see, we are studying Unit 8, The Wolves of Sarnugrats. Okay, in the previous video, we have learned till paragraph 12, and today we will continue from paragraph 13. So dear, let's see paragraph 13. When we became very poor, she explained, and I had to go out and give teaching lesson. I took another name. So dear, we know that Emily who tells herself a member of Sarnogres family. She tells Baroness that she is the member of the Sarnogres family. That is why she know all the stories that is related to the old castle. Okay, she tells Mrs. Baroness that when they became very poor, they have to leave the castle. Okay, and even she started teaching lessons home to home. She takes up a small job as a teaching. Okay, and she also tells Baroness that she had to take another name, okay, so that no one could recognize her. Okay, that is why she takes another name. Now see further. But my grandfather spent much of his time as a boy in this castle. Okay, and my father used to tell me many stories about it. Emily tells Baroness that she left the castle, but his grandfather spent a lot of his time as a boy in this castle. Okay, and his father used to tell her many stories about the castle. Is that clear? Okay, now see further. And of course, I knew all the family legends. And she also tells her that this is why, okay, she knew all the family stories. Okay, that is why. When once has nothing left to one but memories. She also tells Baroness that she has nothing but old memories. Okay, she tells Baroness that at present time she has nothing but the old memories. Okay, one guards and dusts them with special care, and she tells her that these memories are very special for her, and she remember them. Okay, now see further. I little thought when I took service with you that I should one day come with you to the old home of my family. At last, Emily tells Baroness that she had never thought that when she took service with her, and she will again come to her old home. She never imagined, even in her dream, she never thought that she will return to her old castle. Okay, now see paragraph 14. There was silence when she finished speaking. When Emily finished speaking, everyone was silent. No one speak a little word. And then the Baroness turned the conversation to other topics. And after that, Baroness tried to change the subject matter. Okay, she tried to change the conversation to the another topic. But afterwards, when the old governess had slipped away quietly to her duties. But after that, the old governess. So, dear, the old governess word is used for Emily. Okay. So, Emily went away quietly to her duties. After that, Emily left the place. She moves from there to her duties. Okay. There arose a clamor of disbelief. So, what is the meaning of clamor? CLAMOUR. So, dear, clamor means noise. Clamor means noise, confusion. Okay. When Emily left the place, so after that, all the members who were sitting there, all the members starting talking to each other. Okay. And then none of them believe that Emily belongs to a Snodgrass family. Okay. So, dear, I hope you have got paragraph 14 very well. Now, see paragraph 15. It was an impertinence, snapped the Baron. When Emily left them, then Baron spoke. Baron tells that it was an impertinence. What is the meaning of impertinence? So, dear, impertinence means rude behavior. So, Mr. Baron says that it was an impertinence behavior. Okay. Emily should not behave in such way. Okay. He saw a little bit anger. Okay. I don't believe a word of it. He further tells that he does not believe a single word that Emily tells them. Okay. She is just submit and nothing more. Okay. And he further tells that she is only a common person, a ordinary person, and she is completely telling lie. Okay. She has been talking to some of the peasants about the old Snodgrass family. Okay. Mr. Baron further tells that she has been talking to some of the peasants. What is the meaning of peasants? Peasants means farmer. Okay, dear. So, Mr. Baron tells that she must have been talking about the old peasants. Okay, old peasants about the old Snodgrass family. Okay, and dug up their history and their stories, and talking about their history and their story. Okay, so none of them believe Emily. Okay, I suppose her grandfather was a pantry boy or something of the sort in the castle. After that, Mr. Baron discussed. He said that he supposed that her grandfather was a pantry boy. Okay, what is the meaning of pantry boy? A person who works in a kitchen. Okay, so we can say chef. Okay, so he just mock. Okay, just he make fun of her grandfather, and he tells that her grandfather may be a pantry boy or something else. Okay, in the castle. It means to say he was working as a servant in the castle. He sniggered that part of the story may be true. He sniggered. What is the meaning of sniggered? Laughed quietly in a mockery. Okay. So after that he laughed a little bit, and he accepted that the story may be true. Okay. Okay, dear. Let's see further paragraph 16. The merchant said. Now, student, the question is, who is the merchant? The merchant. So, dear, merchant means, I have told you already, the word merchant is used for Conrad. Okay, Conrad, who was the brother of Mrs. Baroness. Okay, dear. So the word merchant is used for Conrad. The merchant said nothing. Okay, Mr. Conrad was also present there, but he did not say a single word. He did not say anything. Okay, he had seen tears in the old woman's eyes. Okay, Mr. Conrad had seen tears in the eyes of the old woman. Okay, when she spoke of guarding her memories, when she was telling her memories to them. Okay, Mr. Conrad had seen tears in her eyes. Okay, now see further. I shall give her notice to go as soon as the New Year festivities are over, said the Baroness. Okay, dear. So Mrs. Baroness was a lots of angry at Emily. Okay, and she tells the guest, she tells all the members of the family that she will give her a notice to leave the job as the New Year festivals over. Okay, she discussed that she will turn her out from the job when the New Year festivals are over. Okay, till then I shall too busy to manage without her, and she tells that she cannot manage all the things without her help. So that is why till the New Year festivals she will let her work here as a servant, and as soon as the festivals are over she will turn her out of the castle. Okay, so dear, now see paragraph 18. But she had to manage without her all the same, for in the cold biting weather after Christmas the old governess fell ill and kept to her room. Okay, so dear student, tit for tat, you know very well. So Mrs. Baroness was thinking that as soon as the New Year festivals are over she will drag her out of the castle, but the things happen just opposite of her thinking. Okay, she had to manage all the things without the help of Emily. Why? Because in the cold biting weather after Christmas the old governess fell ill. Okay, so Emily was fell ill after the Christmas, and she has to take rest. Okay, so that is why she could not help Mrs. Baroness, and that is why Baroness has to manage all the things alone. That is why her anger grew too much. Okay, she flushed into anger completely. Now see further paragraph 19. It is most annoying. I have told you already that her anger was at the top. Okay, so said the Baroness. Baroness says that it is most annoying. Okay, as her guest sat round the fire one evening, when Mr. Baroness and all the guests, okay, were sitting around the fire. Okay, then Baroness that says that this is completely irritating and annoying. Okay, she cannot bear her anymore. Okay, all the time that she has been with us, I cannot remember that she was ever seriously ill. Mrs. Baroness tells them that all the time she has been with them. Okay, and she can never remember that she was ever felt seriously ill. She tells them that Emily never fell ill seriously, but this time when all the guests has gathered, this time she pretending to be seriously ill. Okay, just she became angry and she expressed her frustration at her. Okay, now see further. too ill to go out about and do her work. I mean, okay. So she became angry and she tells that now this time she feels seriously ill and she even cannot do her work. Okay. And now when I have the house full, she goes and breaks down. Okay. So I have told you already. Now all the guest has there. Okay. And when there are a lots of work to do, okay, all the guests got there. At that moment she has to fell ill seriously. Okay. So here Mrs. Baroness expresses her anger at Emily. Okay. Okay. One is sorry for her. One member of the Baron family expresses a little bit sympathy to her. Okay. She looks so withered and shrunken. What is the meaning of withered? So dear student, withered means thin and weak, and shrunken, what is the meaning of shrunken? Shrunken means smaller and thinner. So one of the family member of Baron tells that she looks very weak and very thin. Okay. But it is extremely annoying all the same. Okay. So one of the member of the Baron family, okay, show a little bit sympathy towards Emily. Okay. So dear, I hope you have got these all points very well. Now see paragraph 20. Most annoying, agreed the banker's wife. Okay. Sympathetically, it is the cold. I expect it has been unusually cold this year. Okay. So banker's wife agreed that it is completely annoying. Okay. But she also saw a little bit sympathy towards Emily. Okay. She tells that it is the cold and she expect this year it has been unusual cold. Okay. It means to say the weather was too much poor. Okay. So dear, now see paragraph 22. Okay dear, now see paragraph 21. I have missed here the lines, but I am speaking from the book. You can see in your book. And of course she is quite old, said the Baroness. And when Mrs. Bankers tells that Emily is quite cold and the weather is also unusually too much cold in the comparison of the last year. Okay. Then at this point Mrs. Baroness said, why, Wappy? What is the matter with you? Okay. She became angry at Mrs. Bankers. Okay. She asked why you are why you are so sympathetic to her. Okay. Is it clear? Okay. Now see paragraph 22. The small woolly lapdog and had leaped suddenly down from its cushion and crept shivering under the sofa. And after that, all of a sudden, the small woolly dog, okay, he leaped suddenly, okay, he leaped down from its cushion. The dog who was sitting at the cushion, okay, it leaped from the cushion and crept shivering under the sofa. What is the meaning of crept? So dear, crept means, what is the meaning of crept? So crept means move slowly and nervously. So the dog moved slowly and nervously, okay, under the sofa because the cold was too much. At the same moment, an outburst of angry barking came from the dogs in the castle yard. And after that, at the same moment, when the small dog moved under the sofa, at the same moment, all the members of Baron family could hear a lots of sound. Outburst means, what is the meaning of outburst? Outburst means a sudden and loud occurrence like an explosion blast. Okay, so all the members heard uh, all of a sudden a loud sound, okay, of angry barking, okay, came from the dogs in the castle yard. And see, they all heard that some angry dogs barking loudly, okay, from the castle yard, okay, and other dogs could be heard yapping and barking in the distance. And they heard that some other dogs also, okay, howling and barking loudly at the some distance. Okay, so all of them, they got surprised, what is going on, why all the dogs are, okay, barking so loudly. Okay, they could not understand a little bit. Now see paragraph 23rd. What is disturbing the animals? Asked the Baron. When they heard howling the dogs, then Baron asked, what is disturbing the animals? It means to say, what are the things that disturb those animals, those dogs, okay, why they are crying? What are the things that force them to crying and howling? Okay. Now see paragraph 24. And then the humans listening intently heard a long drawn wailing. So dear, what is the meaning of intently? Okay, intently means with close attention. Okay, and what is the meaning of long drawn? So dear, long drawn means continuing for a long time. Okay, for a long time. And what is the meaning of whine? Whine. So dear, whine means making a noise that is long and high as if complaining. So all the members, all the humans listening, okay, with close attention, okay, heard a continue for a long time. They heard, okay, for a long time, okay, howling of the dogs. They heard for a long time howling of the dogs, rising and falling, seemed at moment miles away. They seemed that the sound is coming just miles away from them. It others to come from the foot of the castle walls, and some of the Baron family seems that the howling of the dogs are coming from the castle wall. Okay, all the starved cold misery of a frozen world blended with other forlorn and haunting melodies to which one could give no names, seemed concentrated in that wailing cry. Okay, so here the author tells us that all the starved, what is the meaning of starved? Starved means hungry. Okay, all the hungry animals and cold misery. Cold misery means suffering from the cold, and suffering from the cold animals. Okay, blended means mixed together. Okay, so all the hungry and in this bitter cold, okay, all the animals had met together and with other forlorn. Forlorn means alone, unhappy. Okay, and unhappy and haunting melodies. Okay, and they are expressing their sorrow, their crying loudly. Is that clear? Wolves, cried the Baron, and at last Baron cried. He tells that these are the wolves howling loudly. Okay, hundreds of wolves, said the merchant, and after that, merchant, merchant means Conrad, tells that there are hundreds of wolves who are howling loudly in the bitter cold. Okay, who was a man of strong imagination. Okay, he imagined that there may be hundred of wolves and they are howling in such a cold weather. Okay, so dear, I hope you have got these all points very well. So till then, watch the video and enjoy. In the next video, we will continue the next point. Okay dear.